Hi, Leo. I love you, honey. Don't forget, those of you around here home, we'll meet at Simpsonville Flea Market tomorrow morning from maybe 11 to 1, 10 to 12, something like that. So if you're interested and you can't find me, email me. I'm there. I love you guys. This is going to be for Leo. We're going to do a Celtic. I love you so much, honey. For Leo. I see, my love. Holy angels, Holy spirits. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor gods. What can Leo know? We're going to shuffle this one, okay? Well, you have the Queen of Pentacles first, Capricorn energy. Well, shiznix, Leo. Somebody here is arguing with an ex, a businesswoman. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Challenge. Nine Swords is causing stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. Strength card. You need to call all your power back to you. Everything. They're just trying to stress out your power. Your momentum. They're probably purposely brought to you to test you. What is the foundation? Reason why it's all happening. Wasn't going to pull this many, but we will. It's that one independent Queen of Swords. 8 Wands. Could be someone here talking about you. Unemotionally fulfilled, in love. Emperor. Maslin's telling the Queen of Swords, I'm no longer happy with you. The Maslin is quickly communicating the Queen of Swords, love, unemotionally fulfilled, independently. Is this, could be a masculine, sad. They put themselves in sadness to tell this Queen of Swords they love them. What is this? We're going to clarify this right here. And the Ace of Swords. Well, that's the truth coming out. Queen of Cups. Her mask is going to come out. This masculine is going to talk to the Queen of Swords about love. And, you know, air sign people, yeah, they have emotion, but it's at home, in the bedroom, kitchen, living room. They don't bring it outside the house. Unless you're family. Recent past. 2 Pentacle. King of Wands. Top of the spread. You got a masculine. You know, it's like he's given himself, he gave himself an ultimatum. The 5 Swords is in reverse. The ultimatum was he was not going to allow himself to ever be tested again. And what he's talking about is to be tested in truth. He's going to clarify the 5 Swords. He's going to find truth of the test of what he don't trust within himself. Maybe a mirror reflecting. What's coming in for the reading? The Moon. 6 Pentacles. Uh-oh. Your internal energy, Leo. You got the 4 of Cups in reverse. You're not going to be ignored because of deception. You're not going to receive the offer that comes with interferences and static. It has to be clear. Internal, Leo. Chariot in reverse. You're not moving forward with the page. You've been in reflection, and those cycles you've already ended. You don't want to, I don't think you want a new interest in love. Or you don't want to refresh love with the interest. Internal. Trying to get just one card. 10 Wands. 7 Swords. 10 Pentacles and Justice. You're justifying what is interfering with you being able to celebrate life. Literally. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. Either it's spiritually balanced or it's not. There will be no in-between with you anymore after this. External. Mercy. Hangman. King of Cups. Advice. Well, there's the Queen of Cups. Leo. And the 3 Pentacles. Potential outcome. 3 Cups. Page of Swords. Okay, so you got somebody looking to come back together. The 6 of Swords. The Death card. They're being divinely guided to transition past right now. So, is this Queen of Swords wearing a mask? This masculine's figuring out that he only maybe had love for the Queen of Swords. It's a fire sign masculine for the Queen of Swords because he didn't know how to love himself. It blocked him from the path of interest of soulmate. It blocked him from being interested in a true soulmate. Let's clarify. Excuse me. For Leo. So where this reading's going to start is the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. You've had an argument with somebody, or somebody's going to come and rush in and have an argument with you. So you would advise them to sit down. Who is this Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords for the feminine? It's what the feminine says. It's what the masculine wanted. It's the path of interest that he wanted. It's the path of interest that he left her for. There's your 6 swords at the top of the bundle. He wasn't, there's a masculine that just didn't, they knew they had problems, you know, with thinking and stuff like that, but they just put it on the back burner. They're like, oh, I'll take care of it later. Sometimes the divine gives you a distinctive time limit. Feminine saying it's what the masculine wanted. It's a earthly wish for the masculine. That's what she said. Where is the masculine in the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords? Masculine. Well, he is in the Knight of Pentacles. This is a mama's boy. Someone that the masculine has been hiding the truth from for quite some time. Or when he started out here, he was in the night energy. Well, is this a justified soulmate to enlighten abundant blockages? Because while looking to be comfortable independently, in distress. Okay. The masculine should have looked for something by himself. But it's what's happening here. The truth being hidden slowed him down a little bit. So what's the connection? This masculine could actually have 2 children with a woman. Gemini and... Let's see. I'm asking what's the relationship. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles for the masculine. Yeah. There's a shocking revelation right there. A sudden change. There's an argument. There's an argument right here between a masculine and an ex. Three Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Yeah, she's wearing a mask. She's not a Queen of Cups at all. She is not a very unconditional, loving feminine. It's like the stability of a woman is going to be crushed if the masculine doesn't stay to fulfill it. Yeah. Karmic interferences, devil, deception, 7 swords, and the devil. Ooh. Do we want to know what the tower is? Yes. We do. What is in that tower? Because those towers come quick. It's a 5D card. Somebody here is not going to be ready for it. Because they just think everything's okay. I don't see the 10 of swords on the table. I see 5 swords. But remember, it was in reverse. Putting it on the back burner. Not listening to the time limit, which is the 6 swords. What's in the tower? Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Once that Ace of Swords comes in, you're going to have 10 swords. I told you, it's going to come all at the same time. Look at that. You have 9 swords, a strength card, 9 swords, strength card. This is an ex of a masculine putting a lot of bad stuff on you. A recognition without emotion. They're going to recognize you're going to get the offer. This is another woman, not for everyone, or another man, that's going to recognize that the divine counterpart's about to get the offer without effort. It's like you haven't talked to this person for a while. 9 swords in the strength card clarifying here, and that's what's in the challenge. So what's in that 9 swords? That stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, and the challenge for Leo. Honey. 7 swords. Deception, deceit, lying, cheating. 7 swords is 10 wands is here. You're tired of something fucking... Excuse me. You're tired of something fucking with your mind. And it's what this external person don't know. You're actually celebrating this deception. Because it's only showing what kind of people they really are. It's coming together in deception. You got 9 swords, 7 swords here. It could be something you don't know about. What is the 3 people here coming together trying to interfere with Leo being able to be Leo? Let's see who those people are. Could be 3 people, could be 1 person with 3 different faces. I've dropped this card 2 times already. Yeah, they're actually trying to block you. They're trying to delay you. Blessing. That's why the Page of Wands come out in reverse. You don't want an initiation. You want the full fucking cup. You don't want an apology. You want the full cup. Queen of Swords, she will be left hanging. She's right here, and that's what she knows. No longer supporting the foundation, reconsidering. She knows whatever kind of foundation, whatever kind of rich life she's been living, she ain't going to be living it no more. That's what her problem is. Oh, and she's blaming it on the Leo feminine. Literally. Let me get these. Evidently, they don't want some energy to come out. I mean, we're pulling some good energy here. But I would like to know, please, for Leo, she's trying to block your blessings. See how tight she's holding on to that 1 pentacle? The arms are about to fall off. Third party interference. Somebody's jealous of you, so they're trying to find somebody else to be jealous of you too. Well, now, what does the Queen of Pentacles have against the feminine? The King of Pentacles. Masculine, following through peacefully. She wants to be at peace with the King of Pentacles. Taurus energy. It's Taurus and Capricorn. Well, does this Queen of Pentacles know that this King of Pentacles is actually a divine counterpart and he's not there to stay long? Well, that's why she's holding on to the pentacle. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, she's curious. She's looking for the contract. She's looking to see where the contract's at. Where's the contract? Well, it's in the peace and contentment. That's where it's at. With the Queen of Pentacles. She needs to be at peace with it too. What does she need to find peace about? What can't she find peace about? She can't challenge you. She shouldn't be jealous. Two cups. She can't challenge the interest if it's a true soulmate. The masculine's going to learn to say no, and the feminine's already said no. What is she so upset about this Emperor, about the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords? What he said, 8 Wands, whatever he says to her here. Yeah, spiritual messages. Yeah, divine. Look, bridge between the realms. Yeah, depletion of the devil. He is about to put every sword right back in the karmic that they put in him. That's undermined by the dark side. He just feels like there's nothing else there left. He just feels like he just needs to wipe the slate clean and start over. Stay friends with the kids. That's what he says. That's what he's telling her right here. I'm just going to stay friends with the kids. I can't help you anymore. It's killing me. That's exactly what he's saying. This could have happened up to 1 to 3 years ago. So the reason why it's all happening in your foundation, you have the 5 Cups and 9 Pentacles. Someone here realizes that they brought this emotional discretion upon themselves. It's an independent emotional discretion for loving the Queen of Swords. The Emperor, you know, he did love her at one point, but something happened to make him speak up right here. So what is the Emperor and the 8 Wands? Let's clarify that. Yeah. He found out some spiritual truth about this contract. Hope, faith, balance, renewal of the contract. Let's see with who. Through judgment, breaker 19, calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me? He laid all his burdens on judgment. The 10 Wands is over here in your internal energy. Taking responsibility or calling for judgment on the contract of enlightenment. He's also saying that it's weighing heavy on him. Yeah. Because his higher self's trying to talk to him about his emotional confusion. About the decisions that he makes while confused emotionally. Well, where's the feminine at the bottom? Chariot, see you later, Rotten Tater. She made her own independent fucking move. She put that judgment cross on her car. Yeah, she did. Masculine, where you at? Strength card. His power is being tested through the passion of the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. This could be an ex and a new lover. Because it's got the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords. The blame can't be put on the feminine here. And that's who the Queen of Pentacles is blaming. She's not even blaming the Queen of Swords. I can't wait to get to the 7 Swords here. What is in the 10 Wands? Whatever this judgment is, this masculine's about to call for judgment, but it's weighing real heavy on him. You know why it's weighing heavy? Because the Queen of Pentacles is hanging on to one contract he don't see. So it's going to allow him to plan and prepare to spark an interest somewhere else. The way he's being treated by these 2 women, it could be a mother and an aunt, but it's just people that's just undermining where there's just another, yeah. They're undermining his love, yeah. Challenge. They're putting 5 wands in 1 cup. This is women that sleep around. They're jealous of the feminine. You know why? Because she don't. And if she does, she's not the feminine. She's a test for the masculine. The recent past, you have King of Wands and the Two Pentacles. Could be a masculine giving himself an ultimatum where he can take control of his own throne. Finding what he's most passionate about. Maybe he found something to keep him busy. Let's see what he did. 5 Cups. Oh, he returned it to sender. He returned that 5 Cups to sender. Yeah, 7 Cups. How many cups is that going to leave? 2. Two Pentacles and over 12 cups. You know, you ever been to the fair and try to put that ping pong ball in a fish bowl to win the fish? That's what he feels like he's doing right here. Where's the feminine there? King of Wands, 2 Pentacles. Justice. Don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. She's spiritually balanced without support. She's getting a different perspective. She doesn't want anybody to cut her down. She doesn't want anybody to tell her, hey, you wouldn't have that if it wasn't for me. No, you're not going to tell her that. Top of your spread, 5 swords. That was in reverse, and the Ace of Swords is in the upright. So there's 5 lies that's going to be cut down by 1 truth. Let's see what that 1 truth is, because you get the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, the truth is out. Now all got to be done is to find the cup. Hermit, Virgo, reflecting with new energy, reflecting with new ideas. So who's actually finding out the lies here? You have 3 aces right there. Page of Wands, initiating the interest for the feminine. Stressing, worried, heartbroken. He wants to transition. Uh-oh. Queen of Swords lover. That's a karmic lover. Let's see. Blockage. What he's curious of what's blocking him, because he wants to stand up. He wants to be able to stand up for the feminine once more. He said, can you just let me do it one more time? He wasn't ready the first time, because reflecting with that new energy there, that Hermit Virgo energy, you actually have a star in the lantern looking for hope, faith, balance, renewal of emotion. And that's what the star is here. Once he finds that, that's going to help him manifest judgment on what he carries. He knows the 10 wands, it's all not his to be carrying. And look what he's going to have when he comes out of hermit mode. He's going to trade in those 10 wands for 1 wand. He's going down to 1. And what do you do when you have 1 pentacle? You have 1 cup. You have 1 ace of wands. And what else does he need here? What are we missing? Where's the other ace? Queen of Wands. Patiently waiting to rebuild with the feminine. Yeah, he's looking. This is a masculine looking to rebuild with the feminine. Where is the other ace? I'm going to ask. There's the Ace of Swords. The truth is hidden from the feminine. Quickly communicating. You know, she didn't wait around. She didn't wait around for any information. Like if she was looking for some information or curious about something, if it didn't come to her within a couple of minutes, I'm going to say she left. Literally, she left. And it's what I was talking about. All of these aces are going to be on the magician table. Once he gets all the elements, and I'm saying masculine because he's right here. Once he gets all these elements down to 1, he's going to be able to manifest, and they're going to come in so quick that he's not going to know how to connect to it. It's even going to shock the Queen of Pentacles. She's even going to say, what did you do? Did you light a candle or something? Are you doing magic? What happened? She's not going to understand what happened, because he's going to change. He's going to change from one person one day, from the next day she's not. Yeah, that's going to be the transition. It's going to be a change. She's not even going to understand. Look, because he's going to transition for this twin flame empress. It's a different transition to earthly partnership. He's gonna start dressing different. He's gonna start brushing his teeth. He's gonna start fixing patterns on his shave pattern or whatever. He's just gonna start putting attention into himself, and that's what the Queen of Pentacles don't like. What's coming in for the reading, honey? You have the Six Pentacles and the Moon. Something is leveling behind the scenes, my love. Secrets, equal give and take, 50-50. All right, so what's the hidden level? Uh-oh. Here comes the Ace of Swords. Secrets has to level because the Ace of Swords coming in reverse. Somebody's not sure. Ace of Swords in reverse and the Eight Swords in the upright. So that's going to be the Seven Swords here. They didn't tell you the truth. They didn't tell you the truth. So behind the scenes, this has to level on its own. So what's leveling on its own is the Four of Swords. That's the truth being hidden. Oh, yeah. That's blocking the karmic, blocking the devil, planning and preparing a foresight of peace and contentment. Your person's about to go get them a very cold drink of water. And that Four of Swords and the devil, that's literally blocking out the dark side. That Three Cups right there, they're blocking out maybe 3 or 4 people and the people that they know. They're not connecting to anybody around there anymore. Your internal energy is the Seven Swords and the 10 Wands. So you took responsibility of anything that tried to interfere with your mind. This is brainwashing bullcrap. And then you got 7 Wands. Yeah, you stood up. You stood up for yourself in the offer. But you also reconsidered where your emotions was too, secretly. You didn't put your emotions in a situation. You didn't. Maybe as soon as you stood up for yourself, you were ignored. So it's what you did. You took responsibility. You got 10 Wands, 4 Cups. But this Ace of Cups, you're paying more attention to this 3 Cups because you know there's a circle around you that's trying to interfere with your energy. You don't have time for love right now. That's what this Leo says. You got 7 Wands, 7 Swords. You've actually doubled-edged your swords. If you give them 6 foot to stay away from you before, it's 12 feet now. They've only, what is the external challenge for the Leo right here? Somebody is interfering with taking responsibility. It's deception. Well, 5 of those swords is up there in reverse. That's not challenging the communication, not challenging the messages being received, waiting for the right time to recognize the interest is blocked. Wow. Where's the feminine? 7 Swords, 10 Wands. She just says the deception is just too much. The feminine, 9 Pentacles, King of Wands in reverse. She said he's on his own. Oh, masculine, where are you? Masculine, where are you? Look, he's going to get that ace. He's going for the Ace of Cups. Look, he said, I'm going and you ain't going to stop me. Whoever he's talking to, he said, I'm going and you ain't going to stop me. Family could have him in distress, confused about the legacy, but he knows where he feels most comfortable. He's going to be alone, ascending. He's going to be alone to ascend. He knows no one else around him is going to understand him. He also knows, remember the bridge between the rims come out earlier, Hierophant and the devil? He also knows that he's done with the dark side. He's done with things that he, given the benefit of the doubt. He's done with helping people that don't appreciate it. The external energy is the King of Cups and the Hangman. So I'm going to say this is the feminine saying she's not going to support it until the masculine starts loving himself. The Hangman. What's the Hangman here? Yeah, the Strength card. Strength, courage, power, wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment. There you go. Queen of Cups. You got the Queen of Cups here with the 3 of Pentacles. This masculine could have took his power and give it straight to the Queen of Cups. Yep. Because he was confused about the interest and the spiritual challenge. He didn't understand the assignment. He took his power and literally give it to the Queen of Cups. That's why the feminine is over here. She's moving forward to get her blessings. And when you get the Ace of Cups in the upright, it's a woman. It's a W. When you get it in reverse, it's a man. So she took responsibility, double-edged her sword, and she's actually, she's paying more attention to the 3 cups because she knows that offer is always going to be there because she carries a cup of her own. Who's the Queen of Cups when it comes to the feminine? While the King of Cups is in the hangman mode? A spark of interest, of intuitively magnifying the support system. This Queen of Cups is analyzing the true feminine. What's she looking into the true feminine for? She's trying to be spiritually balanced. She's trying to reconsider without emotions. She says, how the hell does she do it? She's analyzing the blockage. She's analyzing what she didn't see in the sun through the masculine strategically. As soon as he ascends, this is the cycle he's ending because he's manifested his destiny. See, there's your aces. You got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. He already has all four aces on here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. I just saw it. This masculine's got everything he needs. The Ace of Swords is right there. He's got everything he needs. He just hasn't told anyone. He understands now, if he says it out loud, the devil hears him. If he thinks it in his mind, his ancestors are there. He took this burden to judgment. And you protected yourself from the judgment coming to you because it's not you. So it's going to go to the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. What sort of judgment is going to go to these 2 women? Or this one person with 2 masks? It's karma. It's divine dues. Oh, assessing the investments of the Queen of Wands with the initiation, ending, stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. These women watch the Queen of Wands because they admire her. And it weighs heavy on the masculine. King of Swords, 2 cups. Yeah. There's the Ascension. Justified Ascension to initiate. These women are saying, well, who wouldn't be interested in her? Is what they're telling this masculine. You're stupid, is what they're saying. You're stupid for ever leaving her in the first place. How did that switch so much? They know if the masculine gets to the feminine, they're going to be just as powerful. So they're trying to stop it. Assessing the investments to analyze success. The Queen of Swords. She wants to be the one to, what's she want to do? Confuse the path of interest. She does not want that path open for this masculine. What is the King and the Queen of Cups relationship for the divine feminine? Queen of Wands, you're watching. This is someone you're watching, chose a different path of interest. You are spiritually manifesting. Yep, you mastered the argument to be able to plan and prepare a foresight of your freedom and what you're freeing yourself. You're like, I'm sorry, but that's just too much. 10 swords, 10 cups. Yeah. Someone at one point in time was flirting with you while they were living with someone else. You found out, you didn't talk to them ever again. And they're thinking about that now. They're like, damn. That's respect, buddy. Who is the King and the Queen of Cups relationship for the divine masculine? You have the 4 of Wands. Twin flame soulmate. Level. To follow through. With the King of Swords. Peacefully. Yeah, she's wearing a mask. This is what's going to help him strategically think about where he's finding peace and contentment when he follows through on a level with a soulmate marriage. Soulmate marriages are different than divine destified couples. Why is the Queen of Cups coming out with the Strength card? She's jealous. There's your 9 wands. She's jealous. of the plan and preparation of a challenge. She knows you're already prepared for it. You're always prepared for a challenge. You're always prepared for somebody to test your mentality. And that's exactly where the masculine needs to get. Damn. The advice in this reading, 3 Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So, put the pieces of the puzzle together over the Queen of Cups. Okay, where's the Divine Feminine, Leo? Feels thick. Yeah, 5 wands. The feminine is confused of why she's so jealous. Why is she so jealous? She's watching, because she's watching her manifest her dreams into reality. She's thinking, well, how do I do that? Well, first you got to be spiritual. Where's the divine masculine when it comes to rebuilding with the Queen of Cups, working together with the Queen of Cups, putting these pieces of the puzzle together? Masculine. Okay, he's coming out with the King of Cups. You got King of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. This is going to drive the masculine to the Lord. He should have rebuilt with the Empress. She's back there with the 3 Pentacles. Instead, he rebuilt a foundation with an emotional counterpart. But when you get the Hierophant out, this relationship was brought to him to learn a spiritual lesson through where his emotions is. What was the lesson? Because I can't wait to get to that outcome. The lesson here is going to be, a clear manifestation, being clear what you manifest through an argument. It's something that he said out loud. It's a dead end, low vibing comfort while speaking out loud, strategically thinking about the money or assessing the investments of what's behind the scenes in the challenge. He didn't allow something to, he didn't give it any time. It's like if it took effort, if it took a little bit of mental effort, he didn't want it to come in at all. Well, that's what would have got him to the soulmate if he would have went ahead and took that test. But now it has slowed him down. And now he's got to analyze it a little more. You know, when you study material for a while and you want to take the test right there, right after you get done studying the material. You don't want to wait 10, 12 months after that and not look at the material at all and then take that big-ass test, because you're not going to pass it. You're going to be guessing at the whole test. You know what I mean? Doing it while it's fresh. Potential outcome, the 3 of Cups and the Page of Swords. Someone here is looking to get back together. 3 Cups. And that is what these people right here are trying to stop. Your strength, your courage, your wisdom, your self-love, self-care, self-attainment scares the shit out of someone. Yep. Someone that wants to start over. Look at that with the Queen of Wands. They want to wipe the slate clean with you. 3 Pentacles. Death card. They want to transition their build. They want to transition from the Queen of Cups and 3 Pentacles to the Queen of Wands and 3 Pentacles. Well, where's the masculine here? Where the masculine is the Sun. Oh, he's been enlightened on the challenges, the conflict, the drama. It's an independent. He wants to be independently owned. Independent legacy. Arguing. Immature arguments. He's going to strategically free himself from it. He's no longer going to support. Okay, so this is the King of Wands adapting. He adapted to a situation, maybe to 2 contracts, because he didn't feel loved. And it just threw him in emotional confusion because it added 2 more cups. Soulmate connection. Once you start loving yourself and then meet your soulmate, your true person, you're going to add all those cups together. Yeah, it's going to be confusing. Where's the masculine and the Page of Swords and the 3 of Cups looking to get together? There you go. It's a challenge. It's a justified challenge. Look, this Empress is the only one. Look, she challenged his light. She's the one that challenged him and got him to open up. He's like, fuck it. She's doing good. I know I will too. Wow. Where's the Divine Feminine? Page of Swords, 3 Cups. For a long time, she's been interested. She's left. You got 3 Knights there. That's a lot of action. Immature analyzation of where one goes, trusted behind the scenes, undermined one's intuition, struggled with what he followed through with a different perspective. She wants to see how much he's ascended. This feminine wants to see this masculine to his face. What is she going to look for first? she is going to, look, she's going to see, look at that. She's going to see how much he has changed since he's been in through distress. It's a transition of distress. She's going to hold it back. She manifested a destified lover. She, oh, she's talking to herself right here, and she said, I want to see how much he changed. She's telling herself, I didn't mean to put him through so much, but when she manifested him, I'm going to say maybe 1 to 3 years ago, she was ready, but he wasn't. And so she's telling herself, damn, I put him through a lot. So what would this feminine like to actually tell this masculine? Prepare to level. A plan and preparation of a foresight of equal. Why is the world there with the Eight of Cups? She says the cycle has to end of his emotions being abandoned. It's only going to abundify the interest, honey, she said. What's he need to do? She wants him to, she wants the King of Wands to reconsider this justified transformation. I mean, this transition isn't easy. I mean, that's a change, a turning point in life. But once he changes, he's going to be thinking himself later. That's what she's saying. What would this masculine want to say back to the feminine? Yeah, you're right. It's truthful communication. He said, you want to know the truth? That's what he said. You want to know the truth? Quickly communicating. He's heartbroken. All in divine timing. You know, maybe for 7 years he's been trying to walk away emotionally, but now acknowledging, working together to the end, that the feminine is the soulmate that he's been looking for, the only one that's going to help him master his low self-esteem. She's the only one that pushed him to do good. And is what he's been doing maybe for the last 5 years is analyzing how peaceful and content and independent she was. And through that, he's going to free himself from this blockage. Just send your person some good energy, honey, because they need it right now. Love you.